If you're like someone who's like, I gotta go find my next customer because I need to pay my bills, right? You gotta constantly go hunt for your next deal. So they're constantly on the hunt, who's the next buyer, who's the next seller, and they're constantly trying to get new buyers, new sellers, and they're looking all over. So if that's you, put the word hunt inside the chat box where you're always on the hunt for your next client or your next customer. So in this scenario, I'm sharing with you that what I sell software. And when I sell software, we help small business owners streamline their business, get more leads, get more sales opportunities, and close more deals. And I want to give you an opportunity where you can learn the exact blueprint that I've been used to sell my software, so that way you can implement it in your business. You can choose to sell software, or you can choose to sell an online course, and we have some resources for you. So there's a framework here. What I'm gonna share with you is how to sell your course. For example, here's the process. Number one, you're gonna schedule one webinar once per month for the next 12 months. And then your job is to get as many of your potential customers to register for that webinar every single month. This is gonna be amazing for you if you sell online courses, right? Similar to what I do. I sell online courses and subscriptions. Number three, at the webinar, you're gonna do a live group demonstration of your course, and then you're gonna sell it. And then you're gonna repeat. I'm gonna share with you later on about some of our members. For example, Nicolina, she was a former makeup stylist. What she would do is, let's say someone is about to get married, people will call her to come do their makeup, right? So that's what she was doing. And she was always on the hunt. She was always on the hunt for new customers, because she was like, who else is gonna get married? Who else has a photo shoot? And she's always on the hunt for new customers. And when I met her, I just said, hey, why don't you turn your business into a subscription business? So what she did is she created an online course. She taught people how to run their business, to become a makeup artist. And she sells that for $197 per month. And I'm gonna share with you a little bit about her results. But today, she's 100% creating monthly recurring revenue through an online course. And what I'm sharing with you is you can do it as well. So actually, I recorded a presentation called How to Land Customers with Webinars. And here was the stats. In September, we had 821 people register, 133 people attend. And in that webinar, I closed $81,000 in annual recurring revenue for my program. $81,000 in one 90-minute presentation. So if you're gonna adopt this and you're saying to yourself, okay, what Andy's saying, it's starting to make sense here. If you're saying to yourself, I want to have revenue and I want to have it come in automatically every single month. I want to have people pay me every single month. And I want to have time freedom. You want to follow this process. You're going to host one webinar per month. You want to write that down on your notepad. You're going to host one webinar per month. That's typically the questions that I get is, how often do I have to host a webinar? You host a webinar one time per month where you put a group of people on your presentation, you bring them all on Zoom, and you give them an opportunity to learn about your product. It could be your online course, it could be software, it could be something else. So you're gonna host this webinar one time per month, and then you're gonna give them all an opportunity to make a decision if they wanna do business with you or not. Here's what the reminder campaign looks like. So when someone registers, you wanna take a picture of this. This is valuable. Here at Audate Media, we sell this service. This blueprint here, this was actually hidden for some time. And when we would build it out for clients, it would cost $35,000 for us to build out their web pages, build out their email sequences, build out their text message sequences. So for example, some of the people that you saw earlier, they pay people ahead of time to build out these emails and these text messages and the web pages to host their webinars. I'm actually just gonna give you the blueprint right now. So you can take a screenshot of this or a picture of this if you want. Here's how it works. You go to a registration page. It's also on the registration page. When someone opts in and registers, the next page is a thank you page. And they will automatically get access to the webinar by getting an email and a text message conversation. So that is gonna be automated. Then after they register, here is the reminder campaign to join the live event. So if you see some of these big motivational speakers and these brands, this is the process that's working behind them. They're gonna have a reminder email 5 days before, 4 days before, 3 days before, 2 days before, 24 hours before, 3 hours before, 30 minutes before, 10 minutes before, 10 minutes via email, and 10 minutes via text message. And you wanna write this down. Automate the entire process. Write that down. Automate the entire process. The reason why I discovered I wanted to automate is, like I shared with you earlier, I got married recently. Well, it feels like recent. It's been 2 years. But you know, for a lifelong commitment, 2 years is a short period of time. And so when I got married, one of the things that my wife said to me is like, I want to be able to spend time with you. I want to have kids. I want to be able to spend time. And I said, I want those things too. I want to be able to spend time with you. I want to travel, and I want to be able to travel globally. I want to have kids and be able to be able to be a present dad. But if I'm doing like a bunch of one-on-one meetings and a bunch of one-on-one sales calls, that's gonna hinder my ability to grow my business. So I realized that there was a model where I can do one presentation a month and have the emails and text messages all be automated, okay? And I'm gonna be giving you that in a template, as a template today if you stay till the end. And then when people go to the event, they can purchase. So here's how it works. Someone goes to the registration page, they put in their name, email, phone number, and then they get confirmed. Then on the day of the webinar, they get automatic emails and text messages reminding them to come. And then all you have to do is show up to the Zoom presentation and present your offer and give people an opportunity to buy. So the first step is make a decision to create monthly recurring revenue. The second step is apply a business model that allows you to have time freedom while you're creating monthly subscriptions. Have time freedom while you're creating monthly recurring revenue. So let's get started with the blueprint to your first 100 subscribers. Number one, I'm gonna write this down. You're gonna schedule one webinar every single month. Schedule one webinar every single month. And if your target audience is business owners, you might have business owners attend that webinar. You could have 35 business owners attend, right? If your target audience is moms, maybe you help moms. You can have 35 moms attend. If you're in the fitness space and your target audience is people who want to get fit, you want to have 35 people who want to get fit inside of your presentation. Then you're going to present your solution, and then you're going to get 9 new subscriptions per month. And you do this for 12 months straight. Throughout all of those presentations, you will get your first 100 subscribers. And then here's what's cool. All it took you was one presentation a month. All the emails, all the text messages, all of the follow-up campaigns, all of that was completely all automated. And for those of you who stay to the end, I'm gonna give you an opportunity where you'll be able to get access to it, our templates. So what I'm sharing with you is, for me and my journey, I work really once a month. And I do a presentation once per month. And I give people an opportunity to purchase my product to help them grow their business. And what I'm sharing with you is you can take the same business model, the same process, and apply it for you inside of your business. And all the text messages, the delivery of the product, all of that is all automated. And that's why I love technology. And I remember going to my mentor in the cell phone industry. And I said to him, hey man, the way to grow the business is by using social media. And they were like, no, we're not gonna use social media. We're gonna use what has worked, which is radio, television, and newspaper. And I'm like, we live in a new world. We live in a new world where people are on their phones more often. Well, they decided not to use social media, so that's why I started my own franchise dealership. And then because of that, I grew my location and made 7 figures. And what I'm sharing with you today is, because of the new world that we live in, there's a model for you to follow if you wanna create 100 subscribers that are paying you 100%. You keep 100% of the revenue over everything that you sell, and they're paying you monthly to have access to your course or to your software or to your product, okay? And now I break that down. So I'm limited on today's presentation of how long I can speak to you. So I break that down on a training called How to Land Customers with Webinars. This is an event that I did with a gentleman named Paulson Thomas. Paulson is a representative of a $500 million software company. And then they asked me like, hey, how are you getting customers and having the time freedom that you have? And I explained, like, I host webinars. I do it once per month. I bring people in, and I broke down the entire process.